What's up, Meta Nerds? This video is all about the Ninka, a Corvette that made up the Resistance capital ships that we saw during the evacuation of Dakar in The Last Jedi. It was manufactured by Corellian Engineering Corporation, the company that also made the CR-90 Corvettes that were used by the Rebel Alliance. The Ninka was a Free Virgilia class ship, something that was used by the Virgilian Free Alignment, a pro-democratic organization that rebelled against the aristocracy that ruled over the entire Virgilian sector. The Virgilian Civil War lasted from 24 BBY, so just before the Clone Wars, to about 4 ABY, the same year the Emperor was killed. The Virgilian Free Alignment sided with the Rebel Alliance because the aristocratic government that they were overthrowing aligned themselves with the Empire. Once the New Republic was established, the government of Virgilia became one of the Resistance's strongest supporters in the New Republic government. They offered some ships to the Resistance, and of course one of them was the Ninka, a ship that was also known as the Virgilian Bunker Buster because its heavy weapons could take out even the most hardened ground targets. And the Ninka was actually the ship that was under Vice Admiral Holdo's command. At 316 meters or 1,037 feet, it was about a third of the length of the CIS Providence class capital ship, and only a couple Wookiees longer than the Arquitens class command cruiser, which was used by the Empire. At 242.5 meters, or 796 feet across, this ship was as wide as 25 armored assault tanks, and with a height of nearly 89 meters, or 291 feet. It was about 42 Snokes high, or 84 Snokes if... never mind, no spoilers. But let's actually take a look inside of the ship to see where everything was, and how it all worked. Up front, we see that it has additional armor plating to help protect this ship from head-on attacks. The command bridge was located here, and this small slit of a window was the bridge viewport. The engineering station was located right underneath the bridge, and Vice Admiral Holdo's quarters were located right through these doors. A ship repair bay was converted into a tech lab located on these outrigger pylons. And out on these wings, you can see that each of them had 2 point defense turrets, and on the underside of these wings were heavy ordnance pods, 4 on each side, 8 heavy ordnance pods in total. The deflector shield generator was very intelligently located right above the command bridge, and this long hallway was the main corridor, which ran across the length of the hangar bay. Up above this section was a heavy turbolaser turret, with the other heavy turbolaser turret located on the ventral side of this ship. The main reactor core was located towards the back, and for connecting to larger ships, it had this starboard docking ring and airlock. The hyperdrive was located at the very back of this ship, and we can see that it had 2 large ion engine arrays, each with 4 ion engines, which contained a series of ion accelerators, ion pre-cycle impellers, and the ion turbine, which would shoot all the ions out, creating thrust to push the ship forward. Each of the ion engine arrays had a series of 3 heat exhaust panels located right above these engines. And long-range communications and the primary sensor equipment were all stored in this large dish. But perhaps one of the most interesting parts of this ship are these enormous plasma bombs that hang off of the side. It carried 3 in total, and each bomb had an explosive yield of 100 megatons. This would be an explosion equivalent to 100 million tons of TNT, about twice as powerful as the king of bombs, the Tsar bomb, which had a yield of 50 megatons. But the technology did exist to make it so that it could unleash 100 megatons of power. So in other words, the Ninka has 3 plasma bombs, which were each around 3,000 times as powerful as the one dropped on Hiroshima. So the Free Virgilia class bunker buster definitely lived up to its name, and was able to do damage on the level of orbital bombardments that would normally be reserved for much larger ships. And most importantly for the Resistance, this whole thing could be operated with a skeleton crew of only 23, due to the crew being assisted by several automated systems. So that's it for the Ninka. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you want to check out our social media, or ways that you can help support this channel, be sure to check out the description down below. If you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications. But more important than all that, remember, maybe one day we'll be able to see these cool weapons actually used on screen, and the Force will be with you. Always.